Hey guys, thank you for choosing to watch my video. I really appreciate it. I propose to deal with where the Indian markets are. There's so much happening in the markets, and people are generally nervous about where the markets are heading. And unfortunately for you, most people don't tell you the truth. They spread a hype around. A lot of people would want you to believe Indian economy is the sole, is the only silver lining and whatnot. That's all. Don't get carried away by all that. That's really bullshit. Because we live in a tightly integrated world market today, and there's nothing special about India to believe that we will be insulated when rest of the world markets are crashing, and we got a weak currency on top of that, and it's not like we are insulated. So, I mean, these are all guys who want you to keep buying their mutual funds, and they want to fuel your optimism meaninglessly. I said, don't participate in it. Don't participate in this unbridled enthusiasm. There is a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because my name is Yadunath and I do a lot of technical analysis, and today I'm going to share with you some information on what you call Elliott wave analysis, which has been proven very clearly. And if you can listen to this guy called Dr. Robert Prechter, who is the kind of godfather of Elliott waves today. But that's beside the point. I'm Let me get back to my Elliott wave analysis of the Indian markets. What you see in front of you is the post March 2020, the Nifty, when it crashed by 40% and went down to as low as 8,000 odd, and since then, trust me, Nifty has now come all the way up to, at its peak it went up to 18,000, and even after the recent corrections, we are still talking about around about 16,500 to 17,000 levels, and that's a way lot. Nifty has more than doubled. All shares are pricey in India. If anybody wants you to believe you have to buy into the future, tell them thank you, fantastic. Don't listen to anyone. It's important to note that under Elliott wave, share markets participate in what you call as 5 waves upward and 3 waves of downward correction. Now here, if you see, I have seen marked the waves. The waves exist in different degrees. Major degree, minor degree, and so on. So ignore the ones in lighter font. These are all minor degrees. What concerns you immediately is the major degrees. The wave one and wave two here, and then followed by a long rise resulting in wave three in October 2021. If you remember right, markets went through a long sideways correction between October 21 and June 2022. That's as long as we're talking about 8-9 months of sideways correction. That's the nature of market. When prices gather steam and more than double, the market within a short time, the markets have to compensate for it in terms of time, which is the reason you will find, even though this correction wasn't very steep, but it went painfully long, and it took 8 to 9 months to complete this correction, which was wave 4. Now the important thing to understand is, now we are going through the final wave 5. That will become more pronounced if you see my 2 hourly chart in this thing. Yeah. So since last June, the markets have been retracing what you call as a 5 wave correction, and I've been going through a 5 wave impulse. So after that, we have done wave 4, wave 3, and wave 4. The recent top in September, and the corrections that we have seen is marking the end of wave 3 and wave 4. Markets are now going through the last leg, wave 5 of wave 5. Like the wave 5 post March 20, that has 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wave 4 is corrected. Now wave 5 of wave 5 is going on now. Now, how long this will go on? This can't go on for very long, in my opinion. Some could be done in as short as a month, or it could take a couple of months, but it can't go on longer. I want you to understand the markets have reached a peak. I want you to understand explain. I wanted to explain it with Nifty Next 50. You know, one just to step back a little bit. Now, why Nifty Next 50? Why not Nifty 50? Yeah, obviously we all know Nifty 50 is the most important index, but it is way too hyped. Way too hyped. I believe that Nifty Next 50 is more often than not most reliable. It's a much less of a hype and exaggeration, unlike Nifty waves. So if you see Nifty Next 50, starting all the way back from November 2010 and January 2012, when it marked a real long bull wave in India. You see, you are able to see this triangle here. See, this is a very important development. Stock markets follow a certain pattern and they do this again and again and again. There's no secret about it. It just requires us to open our eyes and see the writing on the wall. Now, according to Elliott wave literature, it's clearly proven that triangles occur only in wave 4. See this long wave 4 in Nifty Next 50. It took place between January 2018 and February 2020. So we are talking about a period of 2 years and 1 month. During that time, Nifty was going up and it was creating all kind of hypes. I have explained it in my book, The Great Reset. And I have explained why Nifty Next 50 is a much more reliable barometer of the stock market than the Nifty, which is consisting of few very hyped up stocks, and they can conceal the reality for you. So Nifty Next 50 clearly shows that the wave 4 shows that we were heading into a last leg of bull wave after March 2020. Now, interestingly, now let me switch from monthly to weekly. It will become more apparent to you that last leg, which started from March 2020, it was going through 5 waves, and interestingly, again it formed a triangle in wave 4. See, A, B, C, D, E. So this is another one more ominous warning. This triangle got completed in March 2022. So we are going through a last leg of 5 waves in Nifty Next 50. I'm sorry, I think I got slightly mixed up here. I was referring to this triangle. Sorry. So since April 2021, Nifty Next 50 was rising in the last leg of 5 waves, and that's again resulting in a triangle. If you see between October 2021 and July 2022, A, B, C, D, E. So we are talking about, if you understand what I am saying. See, there are two things I am saying. Let me repeat that. Going back to the monthly chart, I am saying Nifty Next 50 completed wave 4 between January 2018 and March 2020. And then it was resulting in that was a triangle of major degree, followed by wave 5, which started in March 2020. Now, if you switch to weekly chart and start from March 2020 and zoom it in using a weekly chart. Now, starting from March 2020, now this is the last leg of 5 waves. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I am saying there has been one more triangle in this wave of lesser degree, which started in March 2020, and this triangle formed between October 2021 and July 2022. So this marks the completion of wave 4. Now you see how precarious it looks. Now this triangle is done. So as I said earlier, triangle occurs only in wave 4. So this is wave 4 of wave 5, which started in March 20. So now what is occurring right now, what we are witnessing right now since June 2022 is wave 5 of wave 5. So within this wave 5 of wave 5, if I again go into the daily chart, yeah, so this portion is wave 5 of wave 5. It started in June 2022, and in my view, we are now going through, or we have just completed wave 4 of wave 5. So what remains is wave 5 of wave 5 of wave 5. That's the last leg. Now this will not last for very long. could last for a month, weeks, or at most couple months, and the markets are going to explode after that. So I'm giving it's a word of caution. Keep a watch on the market. This is not the time. If you sit on this, preserve your capital, book your gains. It's a great time. Wait for the markets to correct. That will be going to be a long correction. It's not a few week old correction. It's going to be months old correction. But whenever the correction gets over, you can re-enter the market and buy for great. But I want you to understand the nature of markets now. We'll follow it up with more detailed update. But beware, if anybody is trying to give you enthusiasm, trust me, they haven't studied the market. So I want you not to get carried away by it. Be careful.